Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Once again, continuing with the theme of FNAF. Today we are doing Shadow Dee Dee, who is of course an Easter egg character from the new FNAF Ultimate Custom Night game. So, I want to give a quick shout out to the designer of the statue, which is of course RedXPhones. So I'm going to leave his information down in the description below, including a link to his DeviantArt where he posts a bunch of designs which I either haven't got time to or won't feature on the channel. So again, if you want those exclusive designs, then that's in the description. Please go show him some love and support. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to the Minecraft server that I've been running, which also has a creative section, and that is tantonetwork.com. Once again, that's tantonetwork.com, and that's a Minecraft PC server. If you're looking for a creative server, or we've got other game modes such as Townie and a new one on the way, that is the place to be. And again, a bunch of the people who design and help with the channel are players on the server. So again, love to see you on there. But without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. So the blocks you're going to need are as following. You'll need block of coal, black concrete, cyan terracotta, black wool, grey concrete, light grey concrete, block of quartz, and red concrete. So if you want to pause the video, grab them blocks into your inventory, that'll be great. And then we'll get straight into building. Once again, if you do enjoy this video or find it at all useful, a like would be very much appreciated on the way out. And if you have any suggestions, again, leave a comment down below saying what you want to see on the channel, as well as what you thought about the video. Apart from that, anyways, let's begin. So, like normal, we are going to start off by building the front side of the legs. The front side of the legs is a 12 by 8 rectangle that is 12 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide. So we're going to start with layer number 1. Layer number 1 is going to consist of 8 blocks of coal. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we're going to repeat this for the second layer. So again, the second layer is also 8 blocks of coal. For the third layer now, we are going to place 8 black concrete. For the fourth, fifth, and sixth layers, we are going to place 8 blocks of coal. For the seventh layer, we are going to place 8 blocks of black concrete. Once again, I'll just back up, give you guys an opportunity to pause if necessary. And yeah, for the next 2 layers, we're going to do another 2 layers of 8 blocks of coal. For the 10th layer, we are going to do 2 blocks of coal, 4 black concrete, 2 blocks of coal. Second to last layer, the 11th layer, is going to be 2 black concrete, 4 coal, 2 black concrete, and that brings us to the 12th and final layer, which is going to be 1 black concrete, 6 blocks of coal, and 1 black concrete. And once you've done that, that is a 12 by 8 rectangle. It looks something like this, and that is the basics of the front side of the legs. In terms of 3D effects, all we're going to do is come to the first 2 layers, and in front of it we're going to build 2 layers of 8 blocks of coal. That's just to represent the feet, give it a bit more shape and make it look a bit more interesting. But apart from that, that's extremely plain, extremely simple, and should be really easy to replicate. So again, front side of the legs, feel free to pause when necessary. And one thing I will say as well is after every layer I will give you guys a slow but I guess subtle opportunity to pause the video. So again, do take those opportunities. Anyways, moving on now. So we have the front side of the body. The front side of the body is also going to be a 12 by 8. What we're going to start off by doing is laying out a pattern. So using our cyan terracotta, we're going to place 1 cyan, 1 black wool, 1 cyan, 2 black wool, 1 cyan, 1 black wool, and 1 cyan. So that is the basic pattern we're going to follow. What we're also going to do is, on the left side, we're going to expand 4 to the left using light grey concrete. We're going to do the exact same on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to the left, 4 to the right, and that's marking out the arms are going to begin. We're not going to work on them for now. We'll come back to that later on in the video. Again, we're going to continue with the body. So that's just for convenience. So in terms of the actual body, as I mentioned before, the body is 12 blocks tall. This pattern is all we're doing for the whole thing, like the whole 12 by 8. So all we're going to do is from this blocks at the bottom, we're going to build up 11 using the corresponding colours. So for example, the first row is going to be 11 cyan, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then we're going to match that, so we're going to build up 11 using black wool. Then we repeat the pattern again using cyan terracotta. We then have the 2 layers of black wool, so that is our 4th and 5th row. For our 6th row, we then do a layer, or a row, should I say, of cyan terracotta. 7th row, black wool. And the final layer, the 8th layer, is of course cyan terracotta, and it gives you this stripe pattern that looks like this. Now of course, if you've done the other tutorials in the past, such as the Balloon Boy video, the Dee Dee statue, also the JJ statue, I think it was called, the Balloon Girl version, this is kind of the same pattern, just with a different colouring. So that's basically all we're changing at this point, so it's a very, very simple design. That is a 12 by 8. What we're going to do in terms of 3D effect is we're going to come to the top left corner, we're going to go down to the 11th layer, 3rd block from left, and we're going to place a 2x2 square of black concrete. So we start from here, we go to the right, down and to the left. Now underneath this, we're going to place a 2x2 square of grey concrete. So directly underneath the black concrete, we place a 2x2 of grey concrete. To right of the grey concrete, we place a 2x2 of black concrete, and above that we're going to place a 2x2 of grey concrete. And what this gives us is a 4x4 like massive square in the middle. That's to represent the big button in the centre, and of course there should be a 2-block gap on the left, 2-block gap on the right, 1-block gap on the top, and then of course this big gap at the bottom. So that is the front side of the body complete. Once again, that's a 12 by 8 rectangle, and if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. Now, in terms of each arm is going to be 12 by 4, just like the body. It's very, very simple. So, starting off, we go to the left side, we're going to come to the 13th layer of the build, 4 blocks to the left using the light grey concrete if you haven't already. If you have, great. On top of this, we're going to do 2 more layers of 4 light grey concrete. We're going to cap that off with 1 layer of 4 black concrete. So that's the first 4 layers. We're then going to do the exact same again. So we've got 3 layers of light grey concrete, and we cap it off with 1 layer of black concrete. So that is the first 8 layers. For the final 4 layers, what we're going to do is we're going to follow the same pattern, but we're going to match it up. So we've got cyan here, which means we've got black wool, cyan, black wool, cyan. So starting from left to right, we're going to build up 4 cyan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 black wool, 4 cyan terracotta, and then 4 black wool. And as you can see, it should keep the pattern, so it should go cyan, black wool, cyan, black wool, cyan, black wool as you get into the body, and then in the middle it mirrors and starts going back outwards. Essentially, that is the left arm, or at least the front side of the left arm. So again, that's a 12 by 4. The other side, the right side, is the exact same, just mirrored. So you flip it over. If you want to build it yourself, feel free. I am going to go through it nonetheless. So heading over to the right side, once again, 13th layer of the build, 4 blocks to the right using light grey concrete. On top of this, we're going to do 2 more layers of light grey concrete and a layer of 4 black concrete. So that's the first 4 layers. On top of this, we repeat that, so 3 layers of light grey concrete, a 4th layer of black concrete, and that's the first 8 layers. Now, following the same pattern, of course, we start here with cyan. So we're, for the first layer, going to place 4 black wool, then 4 cyan terracotta, 4 black wool, and 4 cyan terracotta. And if I back up, you should now see something that looks like that. That is 24 blocks tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms, and that is the front side of the statue complete. So again, good opportunity to pause if you need to do so. And now what we're going to do is start actually working on the sides and making this statue 3D. So let's head around to the left side of the leg. The left side of the leg, of course, starts here. This is our first row, and this is something important to bear in mind because the side of the leg is 4 wide. However, we're only placing 3 blocks because we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then our 4th block is this block already existent here. So what you're looking at here is our 4th block, and then we're going to build 3 to the left. So starting at the bottom, we go 1, 2, 3 to the left using block of coal. Second layer is going to once again be 3 coal. Third layer, 3 black concrete. 4th, 5th and 6th layers is going to be coal, and we're going to cap that off with a layer of 3 black concrete for our 7th layer. For our 8th and 9th layers, we are going to place coal. For our 10th layer, we place 1 coal, 2 black concrete, and then for the 11th and 12th layers, we're going to place 1 black concrete and 2 coal, and that gives you the very simple basic pattern that looks like this. But again, that's all we need to do. So again, 12 by 4, and from a corner angle looks like this. Now we're going to repeat this on the right side with the exact same pattern. So very, very simple. Come around to right side, 1, 2, 3 to right, same logic applies. This first block is already here, so we're placing 3 blocks extra per row to give us our 12 by 4. So the first 2 layers is going to be block of coal. Third layer is black concrete, 3 layers of coal, 1 layer of black concrete, 2 layers of coal, a layer of 2 concrete, 1 coal, and then the final 2 layers is 2 coal, 1 concrete. So very nice, very simple, 12 by 4, and once again from a corner angle looks like this. So if you want to pause, now is a good opportunity to do so. Once again, that's the exact same as the left side. Okie dokie, so as you can see, if you look at it from an angle now, starting to look 3D, starting to actually look like a proper skin statue should do. What we're going to work on now is the sides of the arms, but before we do that, we need to build the undersides, the base plates. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to come around to the rear side, come to the bottom layer of the hands, aka this layer here of the light grey concrete, and we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 backwards all the way across. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and once you've done that, if you come below, you'll notice it's now a 4x4 platform, and again, that's out of light grey concrete. If you don't do this and you skip to the next part, of course you're going to have a gap like this at the end, so you don't want that. You want to make sure it is indeed filled in, and we do the exact same on the other side. So 1, 2, 3 backwards all the way across, and that will give us our 4x4 platform of light grey concrete underneath. And if you come around to the left side, you'll have something that looks like this. So it's a backwards L. If you're on the right side, it will be a normal facing L. And yeah, that's essentially a 12x4 template because it's 4 wide, 12 tall. Of course, just like the legs, this is our 4th block for each layer. So we're only placing 3 blocks per layer for 11 layers because, of course, the 12 is already done. So very, very simple. Okay, so let's get into actually building these sides of the arms. So the first 3 layers, including the one we've already built, so that one plus 2, is going to be light grey concrete. On top of this, we're going to place 3 black concrete, 3 layers of light grey concrete, and a layer of black concrete. So that's the first 8 layers. As you can see, it's the exact same as the front side, and then the same pattern follows on the top. In this case, what we're going to do is on the left side, we're going to build up 4 cyan terracotta. On the right side, we of course have 4 cyan terracotta as well. So in the way of keeping it equal, like we've done in the middle, we're going to place 2 rows of 4 black wool. So it's going to meet here, and it will wrap round to the rear side and do what it's done in the middle, where it meets. So that is the left side of the arm. Once again, that's a 12x4. It's 3 layers of light grey, 1 layer of black concrete, 3 layers of light grey, 1 layer of black concrete, and then 4 layers of cyan to black cyan. So very, very simple. And then again, from a corner angle, looks like this. Right side, exact same applies. First 3 layers is light grey concrete, 4th layer is black concrete, next 3 layers is light grey, then we have a layer of black concrete, and then for the final 4 layers, it's going to be 2 rows of 4 black wool, and then a layer of 4 cyan terracotta. Again, kind of flying through it, but I hope you appreciate it is very, very simple. So, of course, if I am going too fast, just pause the video, go back a bit if you need to, but it should be pretty easy to figure out. So that is what the statue currently looks like from a side-on perspective, looking really, really nice. However, if we come around to the rear side, you'll notice not so much. It's quite empty, quite lacking. So what we're going to do now is start filling it in. Now the good news is, on the rear side of the legs, the rear side of the legs is a 12x8 rectangle. However, you'll see left side and right side is already done. So that's 2 rows done, which means 2 rows less to do. So what this means is we're only going to be placing 6 rows per, or 6 blocks per row, or 6 blocks per layer, whatever you want to call it, and you're essentially linking left side to right side. So once you build the 6, that will be then 8 wide, and that'll give us our 12x8. So this is very, very easy. Essentially, all we're doing until we get to, I believe it's the 10th layer, is literally matching left side to right side. So you can see here, left side we have coal, right side we have coal. So first 2 layers is going to be 6 blocks of coal. On top of that, we're going to place 6 blocks of black concrete for the 3rd layer. We're then going to place for the 4th, 5th, and 6th layers, so 3 layers in total, coal. So again, that's 3 layers of coal, and we're going to cap that off with a layer of black concrete. On top of this, we're going to do 2 more layers of coal, so that is our 8th and 9th layers. Then for our 10th layer, similar to what we did at the front side, we're going to place 1 coal, 4 black concrete, 1 coal. For the 11th layer, second to last, 1 concrete, 4 coal, 1 black concrete. And then for the final layer, the top and 12th layer, we're going to place 6 blocks of coal. That is your 12x8. Again, extremely simple. Very, very similar to the front side, and shouldn't take too long to do. So, in terms of the rear side of the body, it is actually the exact same as the front side, just minus the 3D effect. So, the first column is going to be 12 cyan terracotta. Easy way to do it is just match it up to the front side. If you've done the front side correctly, it'll be perfect. Second is black wool. Third is cyan terracotta. 4th and 5th is going to be black wool. So again, that's 2 rows of black wool. Our 6th layer is going to be cyan terracotta. 7th is going to be black wool. And then our 8th and final one is going to be cyan. And as quickly as that, we've just finished the rear side of the body. So that is the 12x8. Again, first row cyan, second row black wool, third row cyan, fourth and fifth row black wool, sixth is cyan, seventh is black wool, and eighth is of course cyan. 12 by 8, very nice, very simple. So in terms of the rear side of each arm, we're going to start off on the left side. Essentially, again, it's placing 3 blocks because the fourth block's already done, and it's very, very simple. So the first 3 layers is light grey concrete, fourth layer is going to be black concrete, the next 3 layers is going to be light grey concrete, we're then going to do a layer of black concrete. So that's the first 8 layers. For the 9th layer, we already have this row of cyan, so next to that, to the right of it, we're going to do a row of 4 black wool. We're then going to do a row of 4 cyan terracotta and 4 black wool, and that will meet up, so it should go cyan, black wool, cyan, and then etc, etc. We mimic this on the other side, so the first 3 layers is light grey concrete, we then have a layer of black concrete, 3 layers of light grey, a layer of black concrete, and then starting from left to right, of course we have cyan here, which means the first row is going to be 4 black wool, then 4 cyan, 4 black wool, and of course it meets up with the row of 4 cyan right there. And once you've done that, that is the rear side of the body, but also the rear side of each arm complete, and it should look like this. So again, same as the front side, it is 24 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms, and yeah, that brings us to the final step for the body, which is going to be the shoulders. We're going to work on them. So we're going to come to the front side, come to the front left corner, and we have 2 black wool. Next to this, we're going to place 2 more black wool. We're then going to place 2 cyan terracotta and 2 black wool. On the right side, we do the exact same. So next to black wool, we place 2 black wool, 2 cyan, 2 black wool, and then the middle area doesn't really matter because the rest of the middle area is going to be covered by the head. It only matters at the 4x4 squares on each side. So as long as the 4x4 squares look like this, that's perfect. You can, if you want to, play around with it and change up them to have a bit of a different pattern. Whether you want to put some cyan here, for example, you can do that if you want to. Again, feel free to change it. But I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. Again, that's a 16x4 area, but in general, it is pretty much just plain. So this brings us to the point in the video where we are officially done with the body. Now, of course, this is a very simple statue, but for the purpose of consistency and what I do in my tutorials, this is a segment where I go to each separate part of the video, or part of the body, should I say, and give you guys an opportunity to pause, catch up if necessary. So if you are 100% certain, you're sure, you're ready to go on to the head, skip forward to about a minute in the video. If not, again, this is your opportunity to catch up. If you still have issues after this, let me know in the comment section below and I'll try and help you on a more personalised basis. Anyways, yeah, so this is the front side of the legs. These are 12 by 8, and of course the first 2 layers has a 3D effect of the coal. After I say all that, I'm going to give you guys a brief second to pause the video, and then we'll move on to the next section, which in this case is the front side of the body. So that is once again a 12 by 8 with the button, which is a 4 by 4 square in the middle, located 2 blocks in from the left, 2 blocks in from the right, and 1 layer down from the top. Either side of that is the left arm and the right arm, both 12 by 4. Come around to the left side, we have the left side of the leg, that's once again 12 by 4. Underside of the left hand, 4 by 4, and left side of the arm, 12 by 4. Come around to the right side, we have right side of the leg, once again 12 by 4. Underside of the right hand, 4 by 4, and again the right side of the arm, 12 by 4. Come around to the rear side, we have the rear side of the legs, 12 by 8. Rear side of the body, 12 by 8. Rear side of each arm, 12 by 4. And that brings us to the final part, which is once again the shoulders, 16 wide, 4 blocks thick. And yeah, with that said, we are now ready to start making some progress on the head. So let me get my arm back, and yeah, we'll begin. So, what we're going to start off by doing, the main material you're going to need for the front side is of course light grey concrete. That's kind of our skin tone. You're also going to need your cyan, your black wool, your coal, and pretty much every block here actually. I don't know why I listed them off. So just ignore me. We're going to start. So come to the front side, aka the side with the button. Come to the front left corner, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, which should be the cyan terracotta, we're going to place a light grey concrete and bring it 2 forwards. On the right side, exact same logic applies. This time we're counting to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, which once again should be cyan terracotta, 1 light grey concrete, 2 forwards. Now in between them, there should be a 6 block gap, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat this for both, and what this will give us is an 8 by 2 overhang of the front side of the head. We're then going to come around to the left side and we're going to expand 5 blocks to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exact same with this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And join together just like we did at the front side. That will give you again an 8x2 overhang on the rear side. But most importantly, this will give us an 8x8 square. This is going to be the template for the head. So we've got the front side, left side, right side and rear side. And this is important because again the head's an 8x8x8 cube. So with this kind of template we can't really go wrong. So it sets us up for a very nice, easy experience. So we're going to start off on the front side first, aka the face. The first layer, as you can see, is 8 light grey concrete. The second layer is as following. We're going to place 1 light grey concrete, 1 block of quartz, leave a 1 block gap, 2 quartz, 1 block gap, 1 quartz, and 1 light grey concrete. The third layer, from left to right again, is going to be 1 block of coal, 6 light grey concrete, and 1 block of coal. So again, that's the third layer. For the fourth layer, we are going to place 1 light grey concrete, leave a 2 block gap, 2 light grey concrete, 2 block gap, and 1 light grey concrete, and we repeat this for the next layer. So again, exact same, and that is the fifth layer. For the sixth layer, we are going to patch it together. So we're going to place 3 light grey concrete, 2 black wool, and 3 light grey concrete. The second to last layer, the seventh layer, is going to be 1 cyan, 1 black wool, 1 cyan, 2 black wool, cyan, black wool, cyan, and repeat this for the final layer, exact same pattern. So that's 1 cyan, black wool, cyan, 2 black wool, cyan, black wool, cyan. And if you back up, it should currently look something like this. So there are a few things we need to add. Starting off, we're going to come to the second layer. We're going to come behind, and behind each gap, we're actually going to place a black concrete. So indent a black concrete behind each gap, and you'll see now it starts to look a bit more like a mouth. In each eye, but the 2x2 areas, we're also going to indent some black concrete. So set it 1 block back behind the actual front side of the face. If I can go around to the front side, you'll see it sets it. So it's like set 1 block backwards. That's all it is. That's what I mean by indenting. The final step, we're going to come to the third row. 4th block, 5th block, the 2 in the middle, place a 3D effect. We're going to place 2 blocks of coal, and that's going to represent the nose. And once you've done that, that is an 8x8 square. That is the front side of the face complete. And again, if you want to pause, feel free to do so. So with that said and done, we're now going to move on to the left side. Again, this is pretty simple. So the first layer, as you can already see, is 8 light grey concrete. The second layer is going to be 7 light grey concrete, because of course the 8th block is already here. The third layer is going to be 3 grey concrete, 4 light grey concrete. The fourth layer is going to be 6 grey concrete, 1 light grey concrete. The next layer is going to be 7 grey concrete. The next layer is going to be 3 grey concrete, 2 black wool, 2 grey concrete. So that is the 6th layer. The 7th and 8th layer is going to be 1 cyan, 1 black wool, 1 cyan, 2 black wool, cyan, black wool. And again, as I said, we repeat that for a second time, and that makes up our 8th layer. And once you've done that, that is an 8x8 square. You can see here we've got the face, like the skin, we've got the hair, and then we've got the hat, which matches the same pattern as the clothes. So that is the left side of the head. Once again, 8x8 square. And the good news is the right side is indeed the exact same, so if you want to copy it over, you're more than welcome to. So that's what it looks like from a side angle. Anyways, heading around to the right side. Again, first 2 layers is going to be light grey concrete. The third layer is going to be 4 light grey concrete and 3 grey concrete. On top of that, for the fourth layer, we're going to do 1 light grey and 6 grey. And on top of that, we're going to do 7 grey. So that is the first 5 layers complete. For the 6th layer, we are going to do 2 grey, 2 black wool, 2 grey, also 3 grey. Again, losing my ability to count quite rapidly here. And yeah, for the final 2 layers, it's going to go our usual pattern. So first block is cyan. We're going to do black wool, cyan, 2 black wool, cyan, 1 black wool, and then cyan. But of course, each one is too tall. So that is both the 7th and the 8th layers complete. Once again, exact same as the left side. That's an 8x8 square, and from a side angle, looks like this. So what we're going to do is come around to the rear side now, join everything together. So we've already got the left side and the right side done, which means we're only placing the 6 blocks in the middle, linking both sides together. So the first layer already done is 8 light grey concrete. Second layer and the next 3 layers on top of it is going to be grey concrete. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is the first 5 layers done. For the 6th layer, we're going to do 2 grey concrete, 2 black wool, 2 grey concrete. So again, just backing up so you can see, that's the first 6 layers. 7th layer, next to the cyan, we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 cyan, 2 black wool, cyan, 1 black wool, and we double that up for the 8th and final layer. And again, that will give us our usual pattern. That's the rear side of the head. That's an 8x8 square. And again, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. Okie dokie. So that brings us to the final part of the tutorial, which is the top of the head. We're going to build the base of the top of the head first, then we're going to build the propeller afterwards. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to start by linking all the black wool together. So in each corner, that's the front left, back right, front right, we're going to place 1 black wool. And then what we're also going to do is from front to back, we're going to place a 6x2 of black wool. And then on left to right, we're going to place a 2x2 on each side. So it will give us a cross in the middle and then kind of right-angled shapes in each corner. In the remaining 3 block gap in each corner, we're going to place our cyan terracotta. And that is the basics of the top side of the head. So once again, that's an 8x8 square. And this is the pattern. Now, one thing to bear in mind and probably something to mark out is the middle block. So in this in the very center of this cross, we have a 2x2 intersection, which I've just marked with black concrete. What we're going to do is 2 layers of 2x2 of black concrete. So it's a 2x2x2 cube of black concrete. And on top of that, we're going to do a 2x2x2 cube of red concrete. So 2 layers of a 2x2 square. So you now have a 4x2x2 pillar coming out the top of the head. What we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our grey concrete, and on the second layer, which is this black concrete here, in each direction, so front, left, right and rear, we're going to bring it forwards 3 blocks on both the first and the second block. And again, we repeat this all the way around, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, come around to the rear side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the final side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, using grey concrete. And once you've done that, that adds the propeller blade, and that also happens to wrap up the tutorial. So once you've done that, that is it. You have built your very own Shadow Dee Dee from the Easter egg that features in FNAF Ultimate Custom Night. Once again, I want to give huge credit where credit is due to RedXPhones, who worked super hard on this design and made it look really, really awesome. Once again, his link will be down in the description. So if you want to go check out his DeviantArt, where he posts a bunch of awesome exclusive content, then again, feel free to do so. And again, as I said earlier on in the video, if you want to come and check out the Minecraft server, tantonetwork.com. Once again, that's tantonetwork.com. Minecraft PC, currently running at 1.12.2. Then feel free to do so. It's a free server, so you're more than welcome to come join us, hang out with the team, and also build some really cool builds. Apart from that, if you did enjoy, again, a like would be very much appreciated. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing and actually turning on notifications so you get notified every time I upload. If you don't trust YouTube, frankly, I don't blame you. Follow me on Twitter at GummyBearGames. All this stuff is linked in the description, and also let me know in the comments section, 1, what you thought about the video, but also 2, what you want to see on the channel in the form of suggestions, whether that's more FNAF related content, particular characters, Fortnite builds, whatever. Even if it's anything, just suggest it. The more crazy the idea, the better. So, anyways, until next time, thank you very much for watching. My name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light